thing that you can do inside the Magic Box is the polling. The polling is right here, the little icon with the question and the check, and you can open up polling, and I've already pre-done some questions, but basically you're gonna build questions in here. If you wanna build a new question, you hit this plus button right down here. It'll open up your question choices. So I could do a multiple choice, a true or false, a rating question, free format, a voting question, a random draw question, and have them as part of my poll that goes out to students. Now I've already done some questions, so I'm going to open this question up here. You can see that it's a multiple choice with a question and some answers that are here. I can edit that question if I want to make changes to that question, but you can see question, I can put instructions, I've got options, and I choose the one that is the correct answer. So I've got that highlighted that that's the correct answer. I'm going to put a time. Each question has a time limit, how long I want that question up. So if it's a multiple choice question, you might want to give them a minute. If it's a true or false, it might be 30 seconds. If it's a free format question, it might be 5 minutes to actually think about and write stuff in. So you can choose that. You can add more options or delete options. When you're done, you have to hit the check mark at the bottom to save the question. This is my most common mistake. I type it all in, I go to add another question, and this one's gone because I forgot to hit the check mark to save that question. So you'll see I've got random questions over here. Before I send the poll out for students, I can choose whether or not I want to show the questions. They show up right here, or hide the questions. And I can automatically start the next question. That's an important one to hit because then it'll go from one question to the next to the next. You don't have to manually click on a question and hit play. It'll roll through all the questions. So imagine that I've got a 5-question common formative assessment. When I am ready, I have the first question up just like this, and all I have to do is hit play. Students on their end, on their screen, will go to the magic link that is with your name. They go to your link. When they're at your link, they would click on that poll, and as soon as it becomes live, when I hit play, students can respond live to the questions. You will actually see there's 3 questions. You will start seeing if the answers are put in here, how many are finished, how many attendees. So you can see I have 1 attendee. And as they are finishing questions, responses will show up right here. Okay. And it will, in 1 minute, roll to the next question and the next question. When you're done, I'm just going to hit stop here. We won't go through the whole thing. When you're done and you come back to each question, you can hit this little, oops. Go back to question 1, people. Yes, it wants me to finish the poll. There is question 1 showing up on top. Of course not. We'll edit this out. We'll roll through them.
Okay.
Question 2, you can see is a true and false. And again, certain amount of time to answer, and then it'll automatically go to question 3. And got 1 minute to answer question 3. If you see that everyone's done, you can hit stop, and you can hit this little 3-dot menu, and it'll bring up a summary of your answers and questions. So each one of these will have a summary of what was selected that you can look at. It does not show you who answered what, but you can see a quick summary. Are they getting the concepts? Are they getting the right answers? Are you in the right place? You'll notice down here that I can save this to a CSV file. That will allow me to actually see who answered what for each question for the attendees when they come through. So this is a great way to check for understanding and common formative assessment. Make sure your kids are getting what they need. One of the things that I recommend, you can build the poll questions ahead of time, so when the kids walk in, they're all set. So you have your polling questions. These were all pre-built. You'll see the answers here. You can save the poll before any students access it. So I literally could go to my save button, save as, choose a location. When it's blank, save it to your desktop. Then when you open up that particular file, it comes with no answers. Don't save it again. You can look at your answers, export it to a CSV file. The next year, you can use the same poll questions over again, or if you're middle school, the next period, and have a fresh one just by going to the open button, finding the one that you want. Mine was saved to my Google Drive in my training folder. Come on, Google Drive. In my training folder way down at the bottom. Need to star that so it goes at the top. You'll see the polling file right here. I'd give it a better name, like Ancient Egypt poll, something that you were using year after year. When you reopen it, now I come to the magic box and hit polls. You'll see that there's no answers at this point. It's like a fresh sheet. And so if I pre-make these, I can load it up fresh every time I want to use it.